Good afternoon on what is a warm, bright and sunny day. It is Friday the 21st of June, yes, midsummer, and I'm in the reading Nook with a nice hot cup of tea and a box to continue unboxing. And what I'm going to pull out here is this, Monsters and Magic of Dark Tower for Dungeon Core Classics, published to support the release of Dark Tower, the big adventure, which has been essentially part of the original Adventures Reincarnated series from Goodman Games, based upon the Judges Guild adventure written by the late Jennell Jaquays. It's a fantastic two-part volume, fantastic, great piece of history, and have it updated to a modern rule set, as well as the original presented in the slipcase set it comes in. This is one of the little books that there's 3 or so which support it. So, Monsters and Magic of Dark Tower. Evil sleeps beneath the sands, ancient and sinister. Those who tread the desert waste report strange monsters glimpsed beneath the full moon and bizarre magic on the lips of dune-dwelling sorcerers. These secrets of the desert are now in your hands. Monsters and Magic of Dark Tower contains 20 new monsters and new spells, 14 magic items, all inspired by the classic role-playing adventure Dark Tower. Complete descriptions of the gods Mitra and Set are included, providing both judges and players all the information needed to play clerics of either deity in their Dungeon Core Classics RPG campaigns. Do you dare enter the Dark Tower and claim what lies within? Well, that's a little bit disingenuous there. Do you dare because you actually need to go and buy the other book to do that. But this provides you with sort of like all of the supporting material in terms of spells, gods, and magical items. So, there we go. That's a nice piece of artwork there. Now, important context here is obviously that Dark Tower is a 40-year-old dungeon, but it's regarded as a classic, originally published by Judges Guild in 1979. But on the 40th anniversary of Dungeons and Dragons, in Dungeon Magazine, which listed basically, is it the 40th? Well, basically the 30th, sorry. On the 30th anniversary of Dungeons and Dragons, it was listed in Dungeon Magazine as one of the top 30 dungeons for Dungeons and Dragons. And it was the only one which was not published by TSR or by Wizards of the Coast. That's why it's held in such high regard. And of course, the other thing that Jennell Jaquays also designed was the Caverns of Thracia. That's also getting the similar treatment to Dark Tower. So we open up with an introduction here, and we have a list starting with a list of new monsters, including the Arachnian Brood Nurse, and a note on Arachnian layers, and so on. We've got things like the cross-dimensional horror and how to summon one. And you've got sort of basically a drum main, basically a strange kind of camel, winged camel, a dune shifter, that horrid thing, and dune shifter larva with a note on its eggs, and so on. Dust monsters, entropy engines, fantastic selection of monsters, and more. I have set one of the major sort of like patron gods presented as part of Dark Tower. So you've got all these monsters and more. You know, basically, which you can take, drop into your own campaign, especially if it's a desert set campaign. White Knight there, and then ending with a Zoza. And then we've got Canticles of Mitra and Set, so we are looking at both faiths, one essentially equivalent lawful, one chaotic, and these are treated essentially as standard gods for Dungeon Classics, including traits and so on, and extra abilities and so on that your cleric will gain for worshipping Mitra, and then similarly for Set. You know, so for example, the difference here essentially is that special traits lay on hands. and sacrifice, divine favour, and so on. Whereas set has cause harm, and so on. We've got guidance for disapproval of both gods and the consequences, and more. And this is followed by new magic, so salient stamina, basically done in the classic spell format for Dungeon Crawl Classics. Springwell, Solar Aspect. This is going to be for your Mitra worshipper. Recall Soul. Got wizard spells, Bury, Desolation, and so on. And then we've got new magical items. So the Crushing Claw of Cancor, Saurian Scales of Serpent, Set Stones, and a whole lot more. Other things: Searing Stars, Scarabs of the Sun, Moon and Stars, Idol of Despair, Lion Armour, which essentially you definitely want to be getting hold of and wearing if you're a follower of Mitra, and then we end here with the statue of Fennec and desert pyramid scene at some foul fane. So that is Monsters and Magic of Dark Tower, a supplement for Dungeon Crawl Classics, which you can use to add the spells, the gods, and the magical items and the monsters from Dark Tower into your own Dungeon Crawl Classics game without necessarily owning a copy of Dark Tower. But I actually recommend you do want to own a copy of Dark Tower. It's very, very good. Anyway, that's Monsters and Magic of Dark Tower for Dungeon Crawl Classics, published by Goodman Games. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you did, then please do click on the like button down below. And of course, if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking your time to post those. And in the meantime, if you want to be alerted to yet more unboxings in the Nook, where you'll see me out here with a box containing a book or game or role-playing supplement, or in this case, a supplement for Dungeon Crawl Classics and the Dark Tower setting, which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea, then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching another unboxing in the Nook. I will be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.